Peace everyone and welcome to Earth Crowns. So today I am going to be doing an instructional tutorial on this particular crown. I think created about a week or two ago, and I was getting a lot of really positive responses from some of the followers in the Earth Crowns page in regards to this style. So I wanted to go ahead and show you how to do it so that you can adapt it and make it your own. And I kind of wanted to, talk about this idea. When you look at the final design of the crown, you will notice that there's a couple things that are gonna go on with it, which are techniques that have been used in the past in other crowns created. And with this idea, which I've mentioned in previous videos, right, it depends. Weather patterns can really influence the ways in which we create a crown. Not only is our weather patterns important, as I mentioned in one of the pieces that I wrote in my blog entitled creating high crowns or head wraps, and I'm going to provide the link to that under this video. And so in exploring these ideas, and also, as I've said before in previous videos, nature can serve as the example, as the inspiration for the way in which a crown gets created, not only conceptually, right, but also through the ways in which we decide to move certain things. And I think a big component of that are the tails of a crown. So when you're either, whether you're going downward or you're going upward in the start to your creating your head wrap or crown, all these things are dependent upon not only your mood, but in essence the relation that you have towards your environment, towards things around you. And so that energy is very real. And I see that. So for this particular crown, I named it cat movements, and you're going to see some techniques that have been used in the past, but that's the beauty of it, that it's really in the way in which you use different techniques and you apply them differently that really set the tone for the varying, for the differentiation in each crown. You don't really, a lot of people are like, so how do you come up with them? It's not necessarily that it's a new idea all the time. It's actually adaptations of a first idea. So it's really cluing us into that creation is infinite. And you can create one thing, but you can still use the same conceptual technique, and you can come up with so many variables to that same one aspect. And it just shows you the diversity of things. And this relates to Mother Nature and the diversity in crops that we have, the diversity in colors. And so that shows us, right, more deeply into it in studying blackness and studying melanin, the diversity that there is within our black nature. And so I'm going to be using two scarves. The first scarf is this is like a deep teal scarf. It's a solid color. And I'm also going to be using this brown kind of like cat, right, pattern scarf. And I wouldn't be able to tell you which cat exactly, because when you look through it, it has many of the different patterns of the cats of the world. So I'm gonna start by using this solid color scarf, and I'm just going to place it on my head horizontally. I like this scarf. It's so light. It's more of a fabric really than a scarf, but you can rock it as a scarf if you want. And I'm not folding it or anything because this scarf is pretty it's not too wide. So, so it's the usual, right? You place it on your head horizontally, right? And then you fold, then you tie it at the back, all right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to bring both tails up. I don't really need to, I'm just going to do this, like fold it in just once, but I don't really need to really care about how nicely folded these are. And I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to tie it here at the top. So as you can see, this does have like turban elements to it. Now I'm just gonna leave it up here. Now the other thing that I will do is I'm taking this, I forgot to mention that this is a silk scarf, so it's very smooth, but it's you know, it's very manageable. If you are having problems with silk scarves, then I recommend that you don't do this with a silky scarf, because it can get very slippery, and you know, you might end up just not having a good time as you're putting on your crown. So right, I'm folding it in about a third of the way. It's right here, okay? And then that folded part, I'm bringing it to the bottom, right? And then I'm going to do this. I am going to take out those tails, right? And temporarily just put them to the side. So as I bring up the silk scarf, I am going to just rearrange it a little bit, because the purpose is that it's coming in like it's gonna be very narrow on the sides, because I want to expose that teal solid scarf under. So I'm doing just one twist, right? And I am going to just put this here, and then I'm gonna come back to deal with my left side tail, and I'm going to basically just go around. I'm not spreading this out like that. I'm just gonna spread it a little bit, and then these tails, I'm just gonna keep them in the back there. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this around, and I'm sticking it in this pocket there. Okay, that's the right side. And now I'm taking this out, and I'm going to do the same thing, not too wide. I'm not gonna open up the tail too wide. I'm just bringing it around, and I'm tucking it in as I manipulate the other top tails. I'm tucking it into one of the pockets of the scarves. Okay, now I've got these two tails here, and what I'm going to do is basically I am going to open up this here, and I am going to insert, I'm going to loop the tail inward, take it out, and I am tucking the remainder of the tail into the leopard scarf, okay? And I'm going to spread this out a little bit, and I'll come back to this to fix it. And then this one, I'm just going to twist it. Do a twist. Do a twist. And I am going to just tuck it in there. So as I'm finishing the twist, right, I just want to make sure that everything is in nice and neat. And here I've spread this out, right? I've kind of gone like that, and it makes this really nice loop figure there. And then I'm just going to move some of the silk scarf around. So if you can tell, there's three things then going on here. This is the twist, the turban twist, and then this is the loop, and this is the twist. So I kind of got three elements that I had done in three previous crowns going on here. I want to finish it off with these brown hoop earrings. I've had them forever, and the colors just go great with this scarf and this crown overall. So what I'm gonna do is now is turn around as I usually do so that you can see the end result. And that's the center. So but yeah, take it, adapt it, and see what you come up with it. That's the twist, the loop, and the turban twist. So I hope you enjoyed yourself here, and see you soon. Peace.